Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show. Here we go.
What up, there? We back up in this bad boy. We loaded today. We got all my guys right here. What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling today?
Hey, we good
all right.
man. I'm excited to talk some college ball with my friends, man. I'm ready to get right to it.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm ready to get to it too. We had a great Friday night. We're going into this Saturday, and let's try to keep this thing rolling. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, fellas. We got a long card today, so we're gonna go ahead and get through this as fast as we can. We want to thank everybody for showing up. Of course, our guy AT33 is in the chat, and he left his plays there. We got OG Wham in the chat. We got Julian in the chat. What up? Who banged out on a Saturday, getting ready to make some money? Let's go. So first up, right here, game that I like right here: Washington and Indiana. Week 9, Saturday, 9 a.m. Big game for Indiana more than Washington's. Indiana's supposedly biggest test right here, but I don't know. Not so fast with that, like my man Big Ragu say, because these teams coming from the West Coast and doing all this traveling is really catching up to them a lot. And this Indiana team is way explosive. Nobody's been able to put together the formula to stop them. They're doing it on all sides of the ball: offense, defense, special teams, you name it. So no way can I get in front of what they got going on over there with Cincinnati. And I'm going to back them in this one because I think this Washington team is not quite tightened in a lot of sections and travel and, the fact that they're trying to improve in the middle of the season. I don't think this is a spot for them to come away with a win right here. I'm not even worried about the number. Hopefully we get over the number for sure, but this is a game that Indiana's going to win to me. Anybody else on this one?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is game I'm on, guys. Yeah, I talked about this earlier, man. We're gonna go head to head in this one, boss man. I'm on Washington side. I got it at the +7 on Monday. Listen, man, Washington, this team, they can really move the ball downfield. They're having a lot of troubles in the red zone. Seems like I talk about it every week with the flags and missed field goals. Just having a really tough time scoring the football. They can move the ball well. I mean, they've got a really good running back over there in Jonah Coleman. They got Will Rogers, a very experienced quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be a big time NFL guy, but he is an experienced guy over there. And Indiana, man, missing their signal caller at quarterback. A lot of people don't think this is a big drop off. I disagree. I saw this guy Tavon Jackson play last year. Indiana, give or take the offense, it's completely different. Saw what he did in one quarter against Nebraska. Game was kind of out of hand. All the starters were out for Nebraska. Didn't impress me by any means. I'm on Washington in this spot, guys. I mean, the line just keeps going down, and more tickets keep coming in on Indiana. It's that college game. I mean, it's college game day. It's going to be a crazy environment, man. Don't get me wrong. Indiana could come out here and prove me wrong. That's a team that I wasn't high on going to the season, and man, have they proved me wrong. Shout out to Cincinnati building the culture over there. I just think missing the quarterback in this spot is going to be big time for them. Maybe that's why the line moved as well. I mean, he's been announced out all week, but we are seeing 5.5s right now. I would not take Washington out of 5.5. I'd only take them out of 6.5 or 7. I got it on 7. Washington +7.
Washington +7.
I got to look on this game.
Go for it.
Listen, when we did tailgate talks, I was looking like the over here a little bit, but I'm pumping the brakes on that. I didn't give any official plays out here, but to what Wine's talking about with the quarterback situation, I think the most telling angle on this game is the total. So you're telling me you got the number one offense in the nation point-wise, all of a sudden you got a 54, and this team has been smashing totals. And I think we got to pump the brakes here on the total just a little bit here, but I kind of lean towards the Washington side too. I think it's sharp action without a doubt, and then like the signal caller situation that's going to be a big factor here. But I think this game plays a lot closer than people think it's going to play here. And then Washington coming off the bye too, and Jackson stepping in. So I lean Washington, and I kind of like the under here a little bit.
Yeah, put me in the box. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
so Yeah, I'm on this game right here, Ragu. You just said my play, man. I'm under the 54. I didn't get that 54 and a half, but yes, I did take the under 54. Speaking about that injury that Wine was talking about, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that think that's not going to be a real big difference. But I did a little homework on their backup Jackson last night, and I believe it will be. It definitely will be, and with the lines changing as well. With the red zone defense, you have Indiana that's ranking 46 against Washington's 115th ranked red zone. And you have Indiana's offense that ranks 16th in the red zone offense, and Washington ranks 27. I do believe this game will slow down. Both teams will score. I mean, they're going to get theirs. But with the injury, Washington's going to want to come in. They know who they're going to be playing as well. They're going to want to make a statement. I think everybody, I get it. Don't get in front of Indiana. Definitely Indiana is a good team. But I do think with the injury as well, it's going to slow down just a little bit. That coach is not going to let Jackson go out there and just let him just have free will and free reign. I took the under 54 at 115.
That's what's up right there. Y'all leaving the old dog out here to do my old tricks, because
look at who Indiana's played, though. If you go back through the game log, not real impressive resume there, guys, even though the numbers are good. There's some question marks on the talent that they played going forward, but it's going to get real thick for them going the rest of the way out. So we'll see how they measure up against a pretty good Washington squad.
Well, ATS, they've been doing well. And for years,
Really
I said in college, sometimes injuries are the best thing to happen in college. So let's see what happens today. I'm glad we're on the other sides. That way, somebody wins for sure. But let's keep it rolling, man. Next up, Oklahoma and Ole Miss. Now, man, this Lane Kiffin, man, he's so lackluster at sometimes with all these jewels in his hands. Kind of amazes me. And Oklahoma's they're struggling. They had to get rid of the offensive coordinator, so they had to move some things around over there. So it's going to be a new situation right here. But interesting fact about this one to me is Ole Miss is completing on third down conversions at 41%, and Oklahoma's completing third down conversions at 27%. But then on the defensive side of things, Ole Miss is holding teams on third down to 26.8%, and Oklahoma not so well at 31%. So third downs are really key in games like this, and I think this game probably could Ole Miss could win and cover, especially on this beat up weekend. After they, even Lane Kiffin said he doesn't see how the offensive coordinator is going to do this in 1 week. But I'm off this game. Whose game is this?
Right here, brother, all over. It's like a cheap suit. You better get to the window, and you get to the window early with this game here, guys. Without a doubt, you're going to know the Lane train is one that gets this game going offensively. Both teams have struggled a little bit last week, more so on the Oklahoma side. They've been really up against it on the offense, guys. Yeah, evidently, we've seen what happened with, like you said, the offensive coordinator's out, and Brent Venables' seat's getting really, really hot too, if you want to know the truth. But here they are. They got to go on the road 3 weeks in a row, guys. They lost to South Carolina. Got dog walked there a little bit. Played a tough game with LSU. To give them that, but still, it's a now. Now they got to go back and play in Oxford. So I think Mississippi gets their offense going early. I know the number keeps climbing. You can get some 10s out there, 10.5s, but I really think this is an excellent spot for Mississippi to got to get their offense going. And like you said, with the week in a week's time, they're really not going to turn it around. So I see offensive struggles for Oklahoma. I see Ole Miss stretching their legs out just a little bit here. Take them early on the 10. I love it.
I might have to join you on that one because Ole Miss is great on covering the run. And when you're in that transition point right there, you need a strong run game to help put everything together. And if they're not going to be able to grasp that run, it's going to be tough. I like that. Anybody else got anything on this one? Let's keep it rolling.
I got a little bit. I could say a little bit about it though. Ole Miss, man, a team that I was really high on going into the season. In our group chat talking about them nonstop. Already sitting here with 2 losses, man. I was on there over 9.5 win total. They got to pretty much win out the rest of the season now to get this over win total. So I'm rooting for them just to get wins here. I'm not sure if it's going to hit at this point, but yeah, I'm rooting for Ole Miss in this spot. Oklahoma, man, these guys look dead in the water too.
One other thing, you got a really bad offense against a pretty solid. talking like top 5 defense. So
Yeah.
that was the other thing. We always equate Lane with the offense, but their defense is really, really good.
One of the better defenses in the nation. Yeah, it's crazy.
So
yeah.
put that in your back pocket.
Yep.
Shoot, I'm smelling Ole Miss
like
first quarter. I'm gonna go before Big Ragu with his half. I'm gonna take first quarter. Let's keep it rolling into my squad. In a big game for Big Notre Dame this week, Navy, been doing so excellent. This is it's just a matter of levels up right here. Navy has been dominating, on their level. This is a big level up for them playing against this Notre Dame defense that bites. I mean, this defense is no joke. I feel that Notre Dame. I'm scared to lay a point with Notre Dame because the offense is so shaky, but the defense, man, they walk around with their chests out. So, and that's going to be a big determining factor because Navy has been killing everybody with the triple option, but they have been able to switch up and throw the ball a little bit. But with that Notre Dame defense, they train to do this damn option. That's like easy work. I wish they had a week off to prepare for it. I'd be all over Notre Dame, but I think Notre Dame does fine. They probably will slip up in there somewhere. So I don't trust the points. I don't trust nothing in this game. Of course, I'm gonna be watching this game because it's coming on right after this show. I'm probably just gonna bet this thing live. But who's going against my team? I know one of y'all taking Navy. I know it.
Yeah, I took the total in this game. I took the under 51. I looked at this game like the Washington and Indiana game. Just like Ragu said, if you look at the schedule on both teams, they really haven't played anybody. I do believe both teams are going to. Defensive wise, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, Notre Dame is 11th in third down, 11th in first down, 13th in pass yards, 20th in red zone. But Navy ranks number 1 in red zone in offense. And Navy ranks 5th in defense in red zone. I do believe these both teams are going to come out and play some good defense. There's going to be offense here and there. But, yeah, again, I look at it like Washington and Indiana. You look at both schedules, man, they really haven't played anyone. Now they're about to match up. And, hey, under 51 for me, man. That's what I took.
What you got, Juan? You got anything on this one?
You know what? This is a big game for both these teams. College football playoff implications wise, if Navy can get this win here, maybe they have a shot. If Notre Dame gets this win here, they got to beat USC. That's pretty much it. Marcus Freeman doesn't blow this, man. I mean, I believe that they have a chance at a college football playoff berth. So I do think they're going to win this game. Lane 14. It's got me. I don't know if I can lay 14. Maybe the books know something I don't, and they're going to come out here and smash this Navy team. Who knows? Maybe they're just not going to be able to keep up with them athlete-wise and in the trenches. But, I mean, they are pretty strong up front. They've got some strong guys over there. So it's going to be an interesting game to say the least. I'm off this one, though.
Yeah, this is Academy football 1A and 1B. We know Army right now has probably got a little upper hand as far as Academy football goes. But not to discount Navy, what they've done. To what TJ was saying, I like the under here a lot. It's not a game that I gave out yet, but when I broke this game down and looked into it, I think Freeman offensively, he's not going to be challenged here, but he's going to have a different scheme of going into this game here. Leonard hasn't put up big numbers on the offensive side, but he doesn't have to. A game like this, this is a game that's going to be in the trenches for sure. And I think Navy's probably more than likely going to lose the game without a doubt. But don't be surprised if they walk away with a win. But I think Freeman will have the troops rallied up to come away with a win here. This is Navy's playoff game right here, guys. So I look for a tight game either way, and I like the under here. I think both teams play to the under.
I think I'm gonna jump on that under with y'all. I like that a lot. But let's keep the show moving, man. We're on a good pace right now. So we got Illinois at Oregon. That's going down at 12:30 Pacific time. Big Oregon, big dog, -22. Over and under is 54.5. I'm not pretty sure with that one. Brent Belima at Illinois, he runs a real pro style offense, and he's very detailed coach, and coming in this game right here, he's going to play his cards right. He's going to play, slow it down, give me my best chances, keep the ball in my team hands. All of those things are definitely in effect versus this Oregon team who could just be on a day after, some great wins because they got some good competition coming up. So I don't think they're concerned with covering or anything like that. They just want to get a home win, and this Illinois team might be able. That pro style offense, the size, the Big Ten, all those different things, could take take some toll on Oregon. But at the same time, playing in Oregon, as my man Wine Time will tell you, in that arena is a big game Saturday. I mean, it's a lot against you. So I don't know. I'm off this game. Whose game is this?
This is your boys. I'm not. I'm on Illinois, guys. It's simple. You're gonna give me 20+ points with a team that has pretty much been hanging it. I mean, they've beaten some pretty good teams. They hung in with a good Penn State team. Only lost. I mean, it was tie game going into that fourth quarter, I believe. Good game against Michigan, man. Only holding them to 7 points. Yeah, we know how one-dimensional that Michigan offense is. That Purdue win, I know it looks a little scary on paper. I mean, they blew a huge lead at half. Really let them back in that game. You mentioned on it, boss. Brent Bielema, he runs a pro-style offense over at Illinois. And Luke Altmaier, he's been doing his job if he's being protected. The offensive line is struggling a little bit against, and this is going to probably be a really talented defensive line over here in Oregon. That is one thing that I am a little bit worried about. I think Illinois, though, I think, like you said, they have to play this game smart. They've got to get their running backs involved early, and they've got to protect their quarterback. Penn. I mean, they gave up Illinois gave up 7 sacks to Penn State, only 1 to Michigan. So it's definitely looked like it's improving. But also at the same time, Dylan Gabriel's getting a little more comfortable in this offense every single week. I mean, as he should. He's 30 years old out there in his third different system. He's adjusting quite well, honestly. He looks good last couple of weeks. And this looks like the number 1 team in the nation, guys. We're being completely honest. And do they win this game? Absolutely. This team is not on upset alert by any means. Illinois, they got 2 good receivers too, and Pat Bryant and Zachary Franklin. Both of them have over 40 targets this season. Get them involved. I mean, Oregon does have some good cornerbacks over there as well, so it's going to be tough, man. To me, it's going to be if Illinois can score more than 10 points in this one. I don't believe Oregon will get more than 30 in this one. I'm looking at more of like a 27-10 type of ball game here. And we get this cover here. I got in at 21.5. It's back up to a 22, so you can get a better number. All the bets are coming in on Illinois, so it does scare me a little bit, guys. But I am.
We lost him.
We lost one.
Alien's that.
Oh, there you go. He's back.
So I'm on Illinois plus the points. Plus, give me what best number though. Yeah,
I like it. Anybody else on this one?
No, I lean Illinois' way too. I think Oregon, after they come off with a big win at Ohio State, and they kind of cruise control game last week, 35-0, right? And then today, they're not going to take that breather. They'll start ramping their play back up a little bit here. But back in Eugene, I think it'll be a closer game than the number indicates. I think too, but I don't have a spot on it. But I would definitely lean Illinois' way here.
Yeah, I kind of like Illinois too. It's a good look right there. And let me see. I think the Oregon Ducks play who after this? Michigan. So I don't know how good of a team Michigan is now, but they defense always have something to offer. So they're looking to get the defending champ that ain't the champ no more. So they probably gonna be looking forward to it.
It feels real public, the Illinois side too.
Yeah. Yeah, you know about those public dogs, man. You got to tread lightly. But if my man AT33, I can't see on this side the plays you put up before the show started. They're not showing me those. If you're still around, my buddy, can you put those plays up again so we can make sure all the people here get your track record because you've been doing so well on our show. But,
I think I got him right here. I think he likes Ohio State -26 and UL Monroe +7.
Okay. So Ohio State and UL Monroe.
Ohio State -26 and UL Monroe +7.
Yeah, I've been telling our guys plays. He's been doing really well. But next up, this is a game that tossed and turned me, flipped me over, all that stuff. The line is moving this away, that away. It's just too much confusion in this game right here. It's kind of getting public that everybody's on UCF, to tell you the truth. Gus Malzahn coming in this one. I think he did a quarterback change to the other guy right here. But this BYU team, it looks like luck that they're winning by, right? When you watch the game, it looks like they just sliding in by the tail of their ass and winning every time. But, that could attribute to the matureness and all the BYU type factors. And so with that being said, they play well on the road. They've always been moved around here and there. So BYU, they could show us all the day, but I'm going to stay off it totally. But I can't even go with the total or nothing. Whose game is this? I got a couple of you guys got this one, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm
off of this one.
Oh, my guy Ragu put me on this one.
Yeah, I'm off as
Last
well.
year, the year before, the bounce house, man. This is a perfect spot for the bounce house, man. Chat, you're going to remember those words after this game, man. This game's going to get out of hand quick. UCF is going to go up in this one early. BYU, we're going to see him make mistakes from this crowd being so loud. This crowd's going to be rocking and rolling, man. They're going to be showing up for this one. UCF's been in almost every single game this season. I mean, look what they did against an Iowa State team, a team that's really good, man. A top 10 team this season, give or take, it wasn't some garbage time where they got some touchdowns, but I mean, they stayed in that game the whole entire time. And we're looking at the tickets here, guys. I mean, I did look at the money line. There is 70% of tickets on UCF money line, but spread wise at -2.5, 18% of tickets, 38% of money. The line flipped. I got in at the 2.5. I gave out the money line. I didn't want the points. I said they're going to win this outright. They're up to a -135, -140 now. They're going to win this game, cover the spread, take UCF. They're going to run the ball at will with RJ Harvey, who's an explosive running back out of the backfield. You're going to hear his name called a lot. His prop totals at 118.5. Expect him to go over that. Expect him to get 20 to 25 carries, 140, 150 yards, and a couple scores. They're going to take care of business, guys. And Ja'Cory Brown just really needs to be a game-time manager, use his legs. He's very athletic. He can run a 4.4, supposedly. He's 6'4", 225. Doesn't maybe have the biggest arm in the world, but he can get it done through the air. So give me UCF in this spot, guys.
Hey, that's really sharp action there, but my guy Wine's giving you there without a doubt, because there's a shit ton of tickets on BYU and cash, and the line keeps going the other way. So follow me. You know what, Wine? I'm going to join you, my friend. I'm going to join you. Even though I'm not a big money line guy on home favorites, and I don't like laying over certain numbers, but you know what? I think in this spot, you're on the right side. So I will join you, my friend, on this play.
Let's go.
Yeah, I like the way that worked out right there, right? Like Big Ragu kind of showed him about the bounce house, and then, you know what I'm saying, Weinstein kind of put him on the game. I like that. I might have to
That's
join
what
you
we
guys.
do around here, guys. That's what we do.
Hey,
you got to learn. You got to learn, man. I feel like I learn something new every fucking week, man. Let's go.
Right. Let's move on into the next one. And this one, I'm gonna tell you right now, my man JT shot me. I don't know, but I think he's the only one on this game right here. But he shot me this one. I was able to put up on the queue for today. But I think I'm gonna call this the sugar to shit bowl, because both of these teams were sugar coming out of the coming out, and now in these last few games they done turned into shit. Cows lost their last 4. Oregon State's lost their last 2, and they're facing each other. I believe this one might still give them a chance. Whoever wins this one has a chance at a bowl game. But I don't know about this one. Give us the goods on this one, JT.
I ain't gonna be long-winded on this one, man. But me personally, Cal, I've been giving them the eye test as well. I'm up here in the Bay Area, so I mean, to be honest with you, even though their record is 3-4, I think they're better than what their record says. A lot of these games that they lost against, North Carolina. I mean, who is it? Yeah, North Carolina State, I believe it is, or NC State. 1 point. They lost against Pittsburgh by 2 points. The Canes by 1 point. FSU by 5 points. They've been keeping a lot of games close. I do believe that they're better than what their record says, especially for them to be in a new conference. They do have a good team. I know it has been looking bad, 4 straight losses. But, I took the under 49.5 at -110. I'm not saying both teams are the greatest, but it's hard for me to lay that -11. I was looking at, I think it was 10.5 last night, or 10, I believe it was straight 10. But I was looking at it and I was like, man, can they cover it? And I'm like, nah, I don't think they have an explosive offense like that to cover that. But I do believe they're better than their record, man. And then on the other side, Oklahoma State, they played UNLV, Nevada, Oregon. I just believe it's going to be a good defensive game. They're 1-1 against the spread. Oregon State is after a loss. As an away team, they're 1-1. As an underdog, they're 0-2. And after a loss on the over and under, as an away team, they're 1-1. And you also have Cal that's 2-2 as a home team on an over and under. So I like the under 49.5 in this game. And look, man, Cal's going to be looking good going forward. For their first year in the new conference, and for them to keep these games close like they are, man, you got to give them some kudos going forward. So yeah, give me the under 49.5.
Man, that was an exciting
Great breakdown, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Great breakdown.
you had me on the edge of my seat to take Cal, and then you give me the total. I mean, that was a good
Hey,
job.
I'm going with Cal.
I know.
I'm going with Cal.
You talked
put
me
on
into
Cal.
Cal, right? I'm on.
I like the Cal. Look, hey, to your point, you know, when you get a good argument for Cal, you know, like they did take, you know, you got to go back 4 games, like you said. DJ said they lost 4 in a row, but you know they lost that game at Doak Campbell, one of FSU's most winnable games of the season, if they were going to win a game, by the way. And then you know they go back and then they, you know, the struggle they had to go play Miami, right? They play a Pitt team. You know, 1 point loss at home, and both of those games are with the NC State and the Miami game. But you know, they're toughened up a little bit, and not taking nothing away from Oregon State, but I agree with you there. I think both teams have, or to Cal's point, you know, Cal's played probably a little bit tougher schedule against more of a quality type opponent, and it's kind of an NC State year is down this year for NC State too. But you know, they do have they get back-to-back home games here, so that should fare well for them there. But I think it is going to be a scrum. You know, I think the game is going to play to the lower number too. But I lean Cal here also.
Man, I think I want to. I mean, I think it's a lay it and play it. The books are telling you that they're telling you exactly what JT just told you, that this game is. I mean, this team is a lot better than you may think.
It's the
Despite
same exact look.
I
mean,
mean, they were up
every
40
exact
scores against Miami. You know, they should have won that game against Miami.
Yeah,
you know? Miami
yeah.
I'm going to give you the comparable, guys. Not to interrupt, but I'm going to give you the comparable. Last week, I told you Kansas was primed to win that football game, and Kansas blew the doors off of that team. And they played some tough games, just like Cal did. You know, they were losing a lot of games, 1-score games, you know, couple-point games, week in, week out. They were probably the best 1-6 team, whatever the hell it was going into the week, and they wound up winning. I think Cal's in a similar spot here.
Yeah, I like it. I'm trying to. Well, I'm gonna have to look it up after the show, but I'm gonna do a little investigation on that one. I might lay it and play it with Cal. But next up, Penn State and Wisconsin, Big Ten at its best right here. Wisconsin just looked terrible against USC, and that I can't erase that. Penn State. I told you guys at the beginning of the season that the culture at Penn State has changed in the last 2 years. The White House is great, but on road has been greater. And I think this might be a spot where they give Wisconsin all they got, but not too fast for me in this game because of Luke Fickell. And Luke Fickell is not, he's not no play around coach. He's not none of that. So he has a mission over there, and you see the peaks of the mission. The whole USC thing could have been, travel. And then, in that they were actually up pretty good on USC. So I don't know right here. I'm gonna stay out of Big Ten business right here. Who wants smoke with this?
Oh yeah, Big Ten business is my business, boss. You already know in this spot, man. You already know where I'm going on this spot, man. Madison, Wisconsin, man. The fans are there rocking and rolling already here. This game's not going to kick off until 6:30 their time, 4:30 over here on the West Coast. Man, Wisconsin defense, man, they've been looking like the real deal these last 3 weeks. Give or take the competition, you look at who they played the last 3 weeks. You look at Northwestern. Yeah, nothing to write home about Rutgers. We're seeing what they're doing now in Purdue. It's still impressive, though, a college football team being able to hold 3 straight conference opponents, Power 4 opponents, to less than 10 points. Very impressive by what Luke Fickell's doing over there right now. He's adjusting to the personnel that he has. Going into this season, they thought they were going to have a quarterback in Tyler Van Dyke. That was going to be a pocket passer, gunslinger. We saw he went down in the Bama game. Locke came in. Didn't really know the offense too well. Kind of was a deer in the headlights against the Bama team. That was his first game, I believe, in college football. Young guy. He's a sophomore, true sophomore. Played in a couple games, I believe, last year, but still a big game against Bama. And, they were never able to get the ball in the end zone. They missed a lot of field goals. That 42-10 wasn't the outcome of the game, I believe. And then you look at USC, Wisconsin was up 21-10. They get outscored 28-0 second half. USC made some crazy adjustments at home. And what has Wisconsin done in the last 3 weeks? They've been able to get wins and being able to hold teams to less than 300 yards. No team has gotten over 300 all-purpose yards against them in the last 3 games. Penn State, man, coming off a bye, man, they should have lost to USC, man. Some crazy second-half adjustments. My Coach K over there, the offensive coordinator at Penn State, kudos to him. But that second half, USC defense looked a little depleted too, if you ask me, and looked tired out there and looked like they didn't really want to be there, honestly. So with that being said, man, this Penn State team, not impressive number 3 team in the nation. I mean, Wisconsin's going to get it done here. Got in at the +7. I'd go all the way down to a +6. I sprinkled the money line. I think they're going to get them out right here, guys. And I think they're going to.
Wow.
And I think this is going to go under the total. 47.5. We're seeing 94% of tickets on the over. I haven't taken the under yet, but I'm not going to give it out. I just love Wisconsin here. I think this is a big upset alert spot here. So yeah, give me Wisconsin.
Yeah, those are the sides you want to be on. If you're going to back a dog, you're going to back a tough dog that plays good at home. Albeit, Wisconsin, the last 3, Purdue, Rutgers, Northwestern, not really, anything to speak highly about there. But if you look at what Penn State's done, like DJ says, Penn State usually struggles on the road, but those road games, one was USC, I believe, and then the other was a lighter opponent. So, a lot of question marks. But this is a typical Big Ten football spot here, smash mouth trench type game here, like you say, ball control. And I think that's what Penn State's been doing. They've been kind of controlling the tempo of these games they've been winning, and they're the number 3 team in the nation, quietly number 3 right now. So this could be an upset alert spot. I agree. I'm not on it, but it could be.
Man, my man Winetime, you get an A in homework, bro. You did your homework on that one. I love it,
Sir.
man.
Let's go.
But I still can't trust you. Let's keep it going though. Game that I do like right here, man. This game right here, I've been listening to all the chatter and all that stuff. The line, I got LSU +3. The line that went all the way, all kinds of ways. I'm just, I'm fed up with this game, right? And I'm already on it. It's just a gut play right here, right? I'm taking Brian Kelly over, one of his proteges, Mike Elko. I'm taking Newsomeyer every time over Wigman. I'm taking LSU offense over Texas A&M offense. Only thing that I can see that I like about Texas A&M is that their defense shows up sometimes. And that's not good. They're going to be playing as one of the top 10 offenses in college football. So I'm not going to keep playing with this game. It's already laid. I got LSU +3. It's a gut play. Let's go. That's all I can say.
Anybody else got any plays on this?
Yeah, I do.
No, sir. I'm not on this game.
Yeah, we'll go a little head-to-head here again, boss, unfortunately, man. I'm on the A&M side. I think they're going to get this game outright. This was in LSU. I think it'd be a lot different for me. I would definitely be on LSU in this spot. LSU has impressed me, though, these last couple of weeks. I faded them in a couple of spots, and I've regretted it. They look good, man. The defense is improving. It feels like each week. Offensive line, you already touched on. All these guys are NFL guys. A lot of NFL guys on that Texas A&M defensive line too, and it's really going to come down to the trenches in this one. We're going to see if they can get to the quarterback, Nessmeyer. Talk about 2 completely different offenses too, man. LSU throws the ball 60% of the time. A&M runs the ball 60% of the time. I think if A&M can control the time of possession this one, keep this explosive offense off the field of LSU, and when they are on the field, force a turnover or 2, maybe in the red zone, and the momentum shifts their way at home. A&M is a tough team, man. This is one of those plays, man. As it gets close to the game, I'm a little, I would say, worried about it, I guess. Looking at the market, I mean, a lot of tickets are on LSU, but the line's just going everywhere in this one. I mean, it's gone to a 3, to a 2, to a 1.5, to back to a 1, to a 2. Just gone all along here. So it's going to be an exciting game to watch by him on the A&M side money line.
Yeah, this game's basically sitting at a pick 'em right now, more or less. If you want to line chop it more, because you got negative numbers on both sides, whether you take the shorter negative with LSU or you got to lay the minus 120 or basically pick them or minus 105 on LSU. And this is an elimination game for both of these teams because they're both sitting at 2 losses right now. I think the momentum has to play on the LSU side. Like you said, a little bit different clashes as far as offensive schemes go. But both teams are very capable of putting points on one another. And I tell my close friends that I like the LSU side here. It's going to be one of my tweet games here. I'm going to tweet out LSU as like basically a pick 'em a 105 here. I think they got the momentum going in. The 12th man is always a factor at College Station. I think we see a great football game here, guys. This is probably one of the better games that's going to be on the board to watch as far as entertainment goes. So I think we'll see points here, but I think LSU comes out on top, the Brian Kelly factor. And not to take anything away from Elko, you got 2 great coaches, 2 quality quarterbacks here, guys. it's going to come down, who's going to make the big play on defense. And I think LSU might maybe get one more turnover here to kind of put them over the top. I know there's a lot of momentum coming their way, but I kind of lean over and I like LSU on the side. So I'm going to be the determining factor on the panel. 2-1, Boss and the Sauce against the sharp-minded Wine.
There it is.
Sorry, Wine, you got to go on this one, my man.
Hey, best part is somebody gets a
We'll give you the benefit of the doubt for one loss today. How's that?
Right?
Hey, when you hang around us old guys, man, you got to walk away with something. So it's just another learning lesson for you,
Yes, sir.
Knowledge and wisdom, huh? You got to take something from it.
Yeah, you got to walk away with a little something.
All respect.
We're going to give you that. We're going to give you that. But let's keep going, man. This is a game I like as well, man. I'm not 100% on neither team. This is a test market for me right here. But I feel it's a great spot for Kentucky right here. I think they're coming off a bye, I believe. Rested up at home. Time to, they were this really strong defensive team early in the season that almost beat Georgia. And, they still got those characteristics. They're not in super bad shape injury-wise or nothing. I just think it's a great spot for that defense to come out and win a home game right here. So I took Kentucky -2.5 early in the week, and I'm sticking by that. Anybody else on this one?
Yeah, I'm on it too. And I'm glad to be on the same side you are. Once again, my friend.
There we go. They don't call us Boston Sauce for nothing.
Yeah, we got the Boston Sauce specials working today, guys. Definitely. To your point, this is a game too. I mean, both teams, Kentucky's slightly better ATS with the numbers. They both got losing records. Kentucky sitting at 3-4. Auburn, I think the wheels are starting to fall off for them. Here they are again. I figure Hugh Freeze would kind of have a better year, second year out, pushing this program forward a little bit, but it hasn't come to fruition with them. They've struggled on the road. They haven't won a game on the road yet. Kentucky, they've had some tough games early on, like you said, 1-point loss to Georgia, some other games that, they've been in, they took it on the chin at Florida last week, which I liked the Gators last week. That was another win that I have. But the tough loss was the Vanderbilt loss, after beating Ole Miss, 2 great games. Georgia then beats Ole Miss. So I think this is a game where Kentucky gets to get back on track in Louisville here. So, and I think it's another L for you, Freeze and company. So yeah, this is a short number too, guys. So get to the window with this one. I think Kentucky's a great play here today. So I'm going to be cashing out on Kentucky.
There it is right there. And I don't know, we're still a little bit early in the season. I don't know, maybe a win right here could open up some bowl hopes for Kentucky as well. So I like that as also. And then looking at it too just now, Auburn, their losses are not the greatest losses either. They lost to Mizzou, lost to Mizzou without the running back and all that good stuff. Then of course they lost to Georgia, but they lost to this Oklahoma team who we finding out is pretty much a fake right now. And they lost to Arkansas, who's in between right now. So
3 road games in a row.
They didn't lose. They lost the Cal, right, or no?
Yeah, they did lose the Cal early on. Second week of the season. Yeah, but no, they did lose the Cal. Yeah, they've lost four. They've lost 4 in a row. 4 in a row here, guys, and two on the road to Georgia and Mizzou, and then they got to go on the road again and play Kentucky. So it's a tough spot, real tough spot for them here.
Yeah, I like that Kentucky side, man. I might ride with you guys on that.
Yeah, you guys might have talked me into it too, honestly. I'm not a fan of this Auburn team at all, honestly. And Kentucky in the trenches is definitely the bigger team here. I mean, we saw what they did against that defensive line over there at Ole Miss too. You know what I mean? I know a disappointing loss to Vandy, but yeah, this could be a good right spot at home.
Man, it's official that JT has said Cal too many times on this show. I'm putting that bet in today. I'm telling you, he's in the Bay.
He's in the Bay, man. Just like you.
Yeah, I gotta give a little bit of love, man.
All you guys are Cali guys. What are you talking about? You are all Cali guys.
Yep.
Boss, like that's it.
Many times I thought about it. You say I gotta lay that one. I'm sorry, but
I got you.
And it went down to 10.5. I might sit around and wait last minute. It might go to a 10. But this is the last game on the card right here, man. Big Dion, big prime time has showed that one of the biggest qualities you could ever see in college football is when teams improve week after week. You know, most teams, like Big Ragu said, at some point the wheels fall off the shoe, right? But Colorado, on the other hand, has been looking better in the trenches, which was one of their biggest problems. So, especially on the defensive side of things, with Warren Sapp over there coaching, these guys are improving week in, week out. Look at them now. I mean, they were only predicted to win, I think, what, 3.5 games for the season, and now they're deep in the season. They're a 6-point favorite versus Cincinnati, whose Cincinnati's track record is just about the same as Colorado, basically, in this point. So it's going to be a pivotal game for both of the teams. But I'm on the sauce special right here, which is first quarter Colorado minus a half a point. So I'm hanging in there with that one. Anybody else jumping in for some prime time?
Yeah, I'm staying with that bet too. That's what I'm going to do. Also, I think this game's going to be a lot tighter. I know Colorado's going to want to run the ball, which they haven't been super effective at doing that. You know, when they mix it up with the pass, when they've kind of got away from, you know, trying to air it out all the time like we've seen, and they've played a lot better defense here. But Cincinnati, they're no joke, man. That's a solid football club there. They play up. You know, I think this is going to be more like a field goal type game at the end of the day. You know, I know a lot of people are going to be on the Colorado side, but I'm going to get in and out early with Colorado with you, boss. We're going to stay with that same thing. So I'm glad I agree with you for 3 games in a row now. We're definitely going to be on the Colorado side on the first quarter. We're going to stick with what's been working for us. And I'll put that number in the chat here in a second. I don't have the number right offhand. I'm going to say it's probably like 1.5, somewhere in that number. I think it's under a field goal. So either way, I think they score early, and I think we see a tight game. And that might be the result of the game, a field goal. So I kind of lean Cincinnati full game, but I like Colorado on the full quarter, if that makes sense. But
yeah,
I think they come
out. It makes plenty of sense in today's game. It makes plenty of sense. Trust me.
Yeah.
Some of these games you want to go over first half and under second half, and vice versa. It's just crazy nowadays. But that's pretty much our card for the day that we already had scripted. Any extras anybody want to add? Well, I'm adding the cow. That's going to be my lay it and play it 2.0 play of the day right there. And I'm also my lay it and play it. I didn't put it in the show because it's a lay it and play it, but it's Memphis. I'm still grinding out that Memphis money. If FedEx gonna back them, I'm gonna back them too. Send my packages on time, okay? So I'm back with, and then they're at home. You know, this team, they want to blow teams out. You know, they just a bunch of NIL infused guys that's gonna try to run it up a little bit right here. So I'm on Memphis as a lay it and play it.
Yeah.
San Jose State winked at me, and I'm not getting there with that one, but that's it. I picked up Cal from the show. I don't know. I'm gonna go live on Notre Dame and Navy, but that's it for me today, guys. Anybody else got any extras they want to add to the card?
Not really. I'm looking at that Colorado game, which you guys just broke down, man. I might have to get in the first quarter. And also, I was thinking about that as well, Raghu. Like, I do believe it's going to be a close game. I was leaning Cincinnati plus 6.5. I mean, I get it. They have exceeded everybody's expectations this year. Their defense is looking good. I just can't trust them wholly still. They haven't really been too consistent, and their defense is just still, you know, with their secondary. I really can't trust their secondary neither. So I do believe Cincinnati may keep it close, plus 6.5, and I may ride with you guys in that first quarter as well in Colorado. So, yeah, I picked that game up on this live. So,
it depends on where you get it. You can get it like minus a half all the way up to 1.5 or 2.5 in some spots, but the consensus seems to be minus 1.5. You know, with the what I call them the square shops. I know Caesars has got it minus a half, 120, and most of the other books are shaded a little bit less. You know, like 105, 109, 1.5, and then if you're Canadian, well, so I'd say Canadian. Bet365 used to be a Canadian book, but they're popping up all over. It seems like the Midwest and the Northeast now. Minus a half, minus 130. So anyway, shop it. You can get a half a point to 1.5. So
definitely,
I say 1.5 is like the more common number. Yeah. So
big shout out to our guy Julius Cicero. Good, thanks for the dono, man. You know it makes us work, man. We appreciate that. We had a great time. we had a great time with our guest Julian, who showed up in Vegas with us. So thanks for
Oh,
showing
sweet.
up. Thanks for the don't know, but we do have a question from the chat. You know, we got to knock that down. Came in late. Did we talk Texas and Vetti? No, nobody's on that game so far. But I don't know. Don't get involved with stuff like this because you know there's one side that's saying Vandy is this great team and they've been busting people up, which is true. Then you got the other side of Texas is this juggernaut that's supposed to be, you know, going to the playoffs and all this other stuff. But we seen a couple things with Ewers when he has some real defense on him. And over at Vandy, the quarterback over there, what's his name? I forget his name, but the
Pavia?
guy, Pavia, yeah, the transfer from New Mexico State. I mean, he's just a game changer. He's just a gamer. So, I mean, if anything, I would take Vandy in the points just because I know I got a guy that's going to give me 4 quarters out of the game. He's not going to give up. But this Texas team,
hangover time for Texas. Hangover.
yeah,
Georgia
it could be hangover. But
Georgia put them out.
when they on they stuff though, man, that's a real dangerous team. They play really good defense. They can run them when they on their good foot, and maybe it's just when they have lower opponents. But yeah, they can make some changes out
What's the
there. So
spread on that game, boss?
it's like
You know the spread
19
on
or
that game?
20.
17 right now.
Yeah, it was up there. It was probably brought down. It was a little higher than that when it first
It
came
was
out,
at
I believe.
21.5. It's came down.
Yeah.
There's some
Oh,
sharp
wow.
money coming in on Vandy. Yeah.
I don't know if that's sharp or public nowadays because the public wants to ride. Everybody wants to ride the dogs, man. So
Hey,
Vandy,
speaking of riding the dogs, how about them dogs last week? +5 in money line, huh?
yes,
Put that in
sir.
your
Yes,
pocket,
sir.
too.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Shout out
sir.
to the guys in the barn, Stardust Mike and Jimmy Vegas. We're watching the show, too, by the way, today. Shout out.
Yeah, shout
Shout out to
out.
them.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that was awesome right there. But I don't have anything else, man. It's almost Notre Dame time to me. I gotta get my Notre Dame coffee cup going and all this good stuff. And I'm hoping, pray. I'm still in shell shock from the NIU game, so I'm hoping and praying that we don't have a bad day. And because I mean Freeman, that's what he does. He just sputters up every now and then. And here's a talented team that could do it today. But that's it
I
for
think that's
me.
going to be a good game, man. That's going to be a good game. I really do believe it is.
It could be a really good game, or it could be a waste of time. You never
Right,
know.
gotcha.
We'll see if Riley Leonard gets going with the offense, man, starts putting some numbers, some big numbers. They're due for a big game, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is the spot, but they're due for a big game, a big blowout game.
he better go borrow somebody else's arm because he's not getting the ball. You know, he's been a good facilitator and getting the job done in the short games. But you know, Notre Dame needs to go back to chunking it down the field every now and then and putting some of those 4-star, 5-stars out there 1-on-1 to make plays.
Yeah, he's not a Sam Hartman, but he's a quality kid.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Shout out to our man AT33 and NC says Vegas, here we come. Yes, Who-Bangin in Vegas
we'll be there
next week. To all our Vegas guys, you know, y'all already know where we're gonna be. We're gonna be a little more private, but y'all know where we're gonna be. So pull up, and we're gonna enjoy the Breeders' Cup and some other games as well. So that's it. We're gonna have to say bye-bye to everybody. As much as I would love to sit here and talk with y'all all day about football, that now it's showtime right now. So I gotta go be betting and sweating.
Yeah. Give everybody a chance to get their bets down.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas.
All right, man. I'll see you at the window.
See you at the window, guys. Cash them big today.
The Boss and the Sauce Show.
Boss and the Sauce Show.
Boss and the Sauce Show.
Boss and the Sauce Show. Here we go.
Do